get started, our power yoga class, power yoga flow, we might have some others pop in and join as well throughout, but don't want to waste any more time. 45 minutes of just movement with breath. I call it power yoga flow, but thanks for that. Anyone's able to feel powerful, right? So it's an all levels class, but you're always welcome to modify, adjust, or do variations that feel better for you. So know that. I know that my sister's on this and has her little 2-year-old running around whatever you have going on and just making the practice work, making it to your mat. That's the yoga. That's the practice and the work. So let's go ahead and get started. We'll be back on the mats. If you're not already there, just finding a comfortable seated position, anything that allows you to have a nice tall posture and a tall spine. So if you need a little extra support or lift, find yourself a block or a cushion to sit on top of. And otherwise, feet in front of you is an option, or sitting on those heels, and a lift through the chest, a lift through the top of your head. And we'll just start our grounding process just coming nice and centered on the mat. So whatever that feels like for you, you can focus your gaze on one point on the ground, or you can close your eyes and really kind of sense that moving inward. And yoga is just the process of being present and being aware. It doesn't have to be a full drawn out practice. It can just be one really mindful breath a day. So start to shift that attention inward so you can have that connection of the mind into the body, into the present moment. And focus your attention now on your breath. Try to relax the jaw as you breathe. Relax the face and the shoulders. And start to make those inhales a little bit longer, a little bit fuller, more fulfilling from the inside out. And really paying attention to the sound and the feel of your breath. Breath is your best teacher, your best guide in and out of every pose and every transition. So that's the practice, just staying connected, staying in tune, especially as we start to add layers and movement. All right, let's all collectively take a deep inhale through the nose, fill all the way up. And then open mouth, exhale, empty all the way out. And again, lips together, inhale through the nose, fill all the way up. Really expand, fill up space from the inside out with this breath. When you're ready for it, exhale all the way out, but keep that tall posture. All right, if your eyes are closed, blink them open. Movement with breath, let's begin. Big inhale, spread your fingers wide, reach your arms up with the ears, fill up that inhale again. Exhale, flip your palms down, press the breath out, shoulders down. Couple more, big inhale, reach up, fill up, stretch up. Good, exhale, press your palms down, press that breath out. Make these breaths active as we warm up. Inhale, fill up. Stretch, reach, breathe, exhale out. Good, once more, inhale all the way up, fill up. Really connect with the length of spine here. Then exhale, twist to your right. Left hand towards your right knee or shin as you gaze over right shoulder. Nothing too forced or rigid. Still feel that length of spine connected towards your navel with the core. But gaze and broaden through that right shoulder. Good, on your next inhale, unwind, bring it back to center, reach arms up with the ears. Exhale, twist to your left. No rush, really move with that breath and movement connection. Right hand to left knee or shin. Gaze over left shoulder. Stay nice and tall, but broaden that left shoulder back. Good, then unwind, inhale, back to center, arms up with the ears. This time, bring your palms out to a T. Arms stretch out really nice and long. So bring the fingertips together. Push like you're stretching fingertips to fingertips. And we're going to go side to side with those twists again. So inhale. This is your inhale. The arms to a T. Tall posture. Exhale, twist to your right. Gaze over right shoulder to the end of that exhale. Then inhale back to arms to T, center. Exhale, twist to your left. Just to the end of that exhale, but don't sell yourself short. Inhale, center, really stretch wide. Again, exhale, twist to the right. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist to the left. No rush. Feel that core connection still. Good. Inhale, center. One more time each side at your breath pace. Hear the breath. Make it nice and strong. Let it guide your movements. Inhale wide. One more time to the left. Good. This time, inhale, arms out to a T. Then stretch your arms over the head one more time. Thumbs will cross here. Lift your pelvic floor. Lift your navel up. Fill that inhale all the way up. And hold the inhale at the top for 3 counts. Filling up. Maybe lift the chin up, look up, stretch through those fingertips. Then exhale, relax the arms down. Let that breath flow out. Good, nice. Now we have that connection with the breath established. Let's make our way into a tabletop position. Setting up here in our firm foundation first. So spread your fingers nice and wide. Push down into your first knuckle, arms strong. Press down into the tops of the feet if that's accessible, or you can keep the toes curled under. Again, movement with breath. Let's do 5 cat-cows. Inhaling, lifting the chest. Keep your arms firm and lift your tailbone as well. Exhale, push the breath out, round your spine, pull the navel in. Good, 4 more. Inhale, make it nice and strong and active from the ground up. Exhale, press the breath out, push the chest away from the mat, round. Good, 3 more. Full breaths, enjoy the movement. Hear that breath. Finding that space. Good, 2 more. Inhales, imagine opening space in the front of the spine. Exhales, imagine opening space between vertebrae on the back of the body. 1 more. No rush. Enjoy it. Feel that firm foundation. Good. Then meet back in that neutral spine here. Want to keep that core connection, the navel lifting, the crown of head reaching forward. Let's lift the right leg and press the heel back. Flex your toes down towards the ground. Keep reaching through the top of the head and inhale when you're ready and steady that left arm out nice and long. Now make sure we're not dumping into the lower back here. Keep scooping the belly in, the lower ribs knitting in. This is going to be our inhale. Exhale, gently lower back, tabletop. Inhale, switch. Press your left heel back, right arm reaches with the ear. Pause here for this first side. Squeezing towards your midline, but staying long and strong. Next, exhale, gently lower. Then inhale, alternate sides. Right leg and left arm reach to the top of that inhale. Exhale, back to center. Try to minimize rocking in between. Inhale, right arm, left heel. Exhale it down. 2 more each side. Inhale, right leg, left arm reach. Slow lower down with control. Sometimes slower is harder. Inhale, left leg long, right arm long. Back to center. 1 more time each side. You got it. Inhale. See how connected to midline you can be. Lower it down. Once more on the right. Right arm, left leg. Good. Exhale, lower it down. Nice. For a moment, just curl your toes under for that bottom of foot stretch. I invite you just to send your hips back towards the heels and wiggle the hips side to side, but take a little pressure off of the wrists here. Another option, if your wrists are really craving it, is to walk your hands back and curl or interlace your fingers and roll the wrist out here while keeping that bottom of the foot stretched and the toes curled under. That's really intense for you. You can lift the hips up off of those heels. Just want to get a little bit of movement and release into the wrist, blood flow there. All right, let's start our flow. Walk those hands back underneath the shoulders, meeting in the tabletop position. Press your chest away from the mat, knees underneath hips. Hover your knees now off of the mat just about an inch. Stay reaching the crown of head forward, belly up and in. Take an inhale. And then as you exhale, listen carefully. Press your chest back towards your thighs, but keep bending your knees deeply. So reach through your fingertips, reach out of your shoulders, relax the head. Good. On your next inhale, lift your inner thighs, down dog. Root your heels down towards the mat. It's okay if they don't touch. This is our first down dog, so feel free to pedal it out, bending the knees left and right, adding some of that organic movement, whatever feels good, shaking the head yes and no. Some foundational cues here. Remind yourself to keep anchoring into your first knuckle, keeping your arms strong and long. Knees can be bent, but lift those hips up and back. Lift through those inner thighs, but root down through the outer edges of your heels. Most important part, stay connected. Full inhale to full exhale. Do that again. Big inhale. Hear your breath. Big exhale. Nice. Now gaze towards the top of your mat. Walk your way forward. Tiptoe, tiptoe, until your feet come up behind your hands. We'll bring those feet together for now. Bend your knees deeply, belly on your thighs. Inhale, chair pose. Sit the hips down, reach your arms up with the ears. Squeeze your inner thighs and keep your navel coming in. Hips a little lower. Heart a little fuller, a little longer as you reach through those fingertips. Squeeze out that breath. Next exhale. Good, then inhale, stand tall, reach up through fingertips, press down through the feet. And relax, arms down by your sides. Good, take a full round of breath here. Nice and tall with the posture, but grounded through those feet. Really activate, get the blood flow moving in our chair sequence here. Then next inhale, bring both arms up with the ears. Stretch out of the waist, keep the navel up and in. Exhale, fold your body down over the legs, bend your knees as much as you need. Empty out your breath. Bend the knees, inhale, chair pose. Lift through the heart, reach with those fingertips. Stay here for your exhale, maybe sit a little lower. Then push into those feet, stand tall. Scoop the belly up and in, legs still strong. Then exhale again, forward fold. Reach your fingertips back, fold that breath out over the legs. Inhale, bend those knees deeply, chair pose, arms reach. Stay here for your exhale, sit a little deeper, maybe challenge that engagement of the core. Then inhale, stand tall, lift up out of the waist with that inhale. Once more, exhale, arms back, bend the knees and fold the breath out over the legs. Next inhale, bend the knees, sit low to chair. Like you're sitting in that itty bitty kindergarten chair, shorter and further back than you thought. Wait for your next inhale, then rise, stand tall, fill up, reach up, lengthen out of the waist. Then exhale one more time, fold that breath out, down over the legs. Good, plant your hands to the mat and step right foot towards back of the mat. Stepping into this long, low runner's lunge here. If you need a few steps to get that long stance, that's great. Go ahead and take as many as you need. Let's rock it out side to side here. Feel free to use like a block or something to lift yourself up if you need a little extra space. But engage into that back leg. Feel the opening across the front of that right hip. Good, now lower to that left or right knee, gently to the mat, and walk your hands up on top of your left thigh. Keep scooping that belly up and in, and then as you exhale, bend that left knee, send the hips forward, but lift through the chest. Nice little stretch here. Take another breath long through top of the head. Breathing nice and steady. If you're holding your breath, it's not so much yoga. Then plant down through those hands. Pick your back knee up. Step it back to a high plank. Pausing here. Big full inhale, press the mat away. Listen carefully. Exhale, lift the hips back to down dog. We're gonna go through that flow, just plank to down dog a couple times. I challenge you to keep your entire body really strong and engaged. The legs, the core, and the arms. Big inhale, come high on your toes. Come back out to a high plank. Lower those hips, keep the belly up and in. Exhale, lift from the navel, push the hips back, down dog. Good, 3 more on your own. Inhale, high plank. Exhale, down dog. Good, inhale, high plank, still push the mat away, legs strong. Exhale, down dog, reaching out of those shoulders, hips high. And 1 more for good measure, high plank. Exhale, down dog. Lift right leg high and down dog. 3-legged down dog here. Left knee can be a little bent, but press through that back heel. Then exhale, just as we did, come forward, high plank, squeeze, knee towards your nose. Then inhale, kick it back, press through that heel again. Same movement, exhale, squeeze, knee to nose, but step right foot in between your thumbs. Nice, now right leg, runner's lunge, feel free to rock it out side to side. Let those hips lower, back leg engage, and heart lift to feel that opening. We're just kind of exploring the hips in this first one. And we lower down to that back knee. Okay, walk yourself up, hands on top of the thigh. Keep scooping that belly up and in. As you bend into that right knee, send your hips forward and lift through the chest, lift through the top of the head. Okay, explore here, maybe send the hips a little bit more forward or come out of it more and tuck the hips a little bit more. Feel that front of left hip stretch. Good, next exhale, bring your hands to the mat. Inhale, pick your back knee up, heart reaching forward. Exhale, big step to the top of the mat, forward fold, bend the knees as much as you need. Inhale, chair pose. Sit low, swoop your arms up with the ears. Stay low, exhale, swoop your arms down and back. Keep the heart lifted. Then inhale, stand tall. Lift up out of the waist. Add a little back bend here, legs are strong, core's up and in. Next exhale, goal post your arms, lift the heart, lift the chin, look up and lean back. Nothing too strenuous, just an opening across the chest. Inhale, both arms reach high. Exhale, forward fold, empty the breath out all the way down over legs. This time step, left foot towards back of the mat, back into that right leg runner's lunge here. Plant down this time into the left palm, squeeze your thighs towards your midline. Inhale, twist, right arm high. Reach through that top hand, keep the top of the head reaching forward. See if you can reach that right hip crease a little bit further back and twist to open the chest to the right. Reach through the top hand, press through the bottom hand. 1 more inhale. Good, as you exhale, lower to the back knee, circle your right arm under, and both arms up with the ears. Good, as you exhale here, bend the elbows, bend that front knee, and lean the upper body back. Hips move forward. Inhale, reach just back up through center, bring your hips back under the shoulders, lift out of the waist. Exhale, hands to mat. Inhale, pick left knee up, step right foot back, high plank. Exhale, lower to the knees, keep the hips tucking under. Exhale, lower it all the way down to the belly, squeeze your elbows in towards your sides. Uncurl your toes, little to no weight in the hands. Inhale, cobra. Lift the chest, elbows in, shoulders down. Exhale, press into the palms, lift the hips up. Send them back, child's pose, or if you'd like to stay in a down dog, you can stay there. Take 2 full breaths here. Reaching those fingertips long, stretching the hip creases back, feeling that length of the breath along the length and the width of the spine. and rib cage. Tuning back in, checking back in with your breath, your teacher, your guide in these movements. Good, inhale, come back, tabletop. Curling those toes if they're not already. Exhale, lift up and back to down dog. Good, now lift left leg high, flex through that back foot. As you exhale, squeeze left knee to nose. Press the breath out, shift your weight forward. Inhale, take it back. Reach through that heel, reach through the arms. Exhale, squeeze knee to nose and try to land that left foot soft in between your thumbs. And if it lands back here, that's okay. Just pick it up with the left hand, walk it forward. And again, rock it out, feeling into this lunge here. Maybe you notice more space this time. And then plant down into that right hand. Inhale, twist left arm high. Stacking the shoulders here again, make this really active, pressing out of the bottom hand, broadening across the chest, reaching through the top hand, through those fingertips. Squeeze or hug your thighs towards your midline, keep the navel in. One more inhale. As you exhale, gently lower to the back knee, swoop the left arm under, and then inhale both arms up with the ears. Really ground down through that front foot. Exhale, little back bend. Send the hips forward. Bend those elbows as you lean back. Good. Inhale, back up to center. Reach through your center. Tuck in those hips, belly up and in. Exhale, hands to the mat. Inhale, pick that right knee up. Step left foot back. High plank. Exhale, chaturanga this time, option to lower to those knees, or keep the knees lifted, lower to 90 degrees in elbows. Shifting weight forward for cobra or up dog, your choice. Good, exhale, lower to knees. Press hips to heels, child's pose. 2 or 3 really long breaths here. If you'd like, you can take those long breaths in a down dog instead, but listen to your body. Finding that control from within. Nice. Continue to flow here. Movement with breath, you got it. Inhale, back to tabletop. Curl those toes under. Exhale, down dog. Next, inhale, let's lift. Right leg up. This time, option to open the hip here. Bending top knee. Keep the weight even in the palms. But stretch that right hip to stack over your left hip. Really, that's just reaching that right knee up towards the ceiling, maybe further back behind you to your left. Good, then straighten that right leg back out. Big inhale with the reach of the heel. Nice, Lucas. Exhale, squeeze the knee in towards your nose, step in between those thumbs. Take a few steps if you need them there. Pause here. And really anchor into that front foot and the legs, back leg stays strong. Reach your right arm back behind you and plug the shoulder blade in towards your spine. Then do the same with the left. Low flying crescent here. Arms are strong, cores up off of right thigh, top of head forward. Inhale, transition to crescent. Swoop both arms up with the ears. Back leg stays strong. Stay low on that front leg. Lift up through your core, through your navel, through crown of head. Big inhale. Exhale, spin your back heel down, open your arms out to warrior 2. Arms out to a T. Right knee's opening wide. And if you need to kind of rock into it with a few bounces or a few kind of bends into that knee to really sit the hips low, go for it. And if your arms are like, whoo, I'm really tired, try plugging your shoulders down rather than lifting from your traps. Plug your shoulders down, then reach wide. Navel in, shoulders back. Back leg is strong as well, sit a little lower. Good, inhale, reach a little wider across the chest. Then exhale, circle both hands to the mat. Come up onto your back toes. Step it back, high plank. Exhale, low plank or chaturanga. Inhale, cobra or up dog, your choice. Exhale, down dog. Use the core to lift the hips up and back. Good, same thing on the left. Inhale, left leg high, flex through that back foot. Then bend the left knee. Twist that left knee up towards the ceiling. Keep the weight even in your palms. Left armpit is still anchoring down to be in line with the right armpit. Stretch, 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 big inhale. Then exhale, squeeze that knee or lengthen that left leg out first. Then squeeze knee in towards the nose. Step forward with control. Pause here. Becoming familiar with this position, really kind of feel into that foundation. The legs will be strong and sturdy. Already imagine that you're gonna lift your palms up. Okay, see what engages before you even go for it. Left arm goes back, plug that shoulder blade in. Then belly in, reach right arm back. Shoulders are down away from the ears here, belly off side. Inhale, reach your arms up. Crescent lunge. Shoulders over the hips here. Try to work right hip forward, bend a little deeper into left knee. But lift up through the navel, up through crown of head as you reach with that inhale. Exhale, spin your back heel down, parallel to back of mat, arms open out to the horizon, arms to the T. Warrior two. So adjust here, really feel it out. A lot of times I see people lean forward or lean too far back. Shoulders stack over hips, left knee opens wide, both legs are strong and engaged. As you lift up through your midline, you sit further into your foundation. Lots of directions of engagements and flow. Find that breath. Inhale, reach more across the chest with the arms wide. Exhale, circle both hands down to the mat. Come up onto back toes. Inhale, high plank. Exhale, chaturanga. These are always optional. If you take them, move with full breaths. Inhale to up dog or cobra. Exhale to down dog. Take 3 deep breaths in down dog or child's pose or wherever you may need. Reconnect with you. It's not a competition. There's no judgments, no expectations here. It's just you being present on your mat, feeling powerful with whatever you choose. That's the power, right? All right, inhale. Down dog if you're not already there. Let's add on. Lift right leg high. Point or flex to that foot, doesn't matter. As you exhale, squeeze knee towards your nose. Pause here. And bring your right knee towards your right elbow. Then bring your right knee all the way across to tap your left elbow. And then back to the right. And then kick up and back. 3-legged down dog. Exhale, squeeze it in to step in between thumbs. Good, pause and low lunge. Right arm goes up. Left arm goes back. Pause in low flying crescent lunge. Legs are strong. Spine is long. Inhale, crescent, both arms up with the ears. Exhale, arms down, low flying crescent. So hinge forward from the waist. 2 more of those, inhale up. Exhale, fly the arms back, hinge forward. 1 more, inhale up. This time, fly your arms back. You can stay up off that back knee or lower it down. Reach your left arm across your midline, reaching it forward to hook outside of right knee, then bring right hand on top of the left. Press that right hand into the left and twist your gaze up towards the ceiling. Again, squeeze those inner thighs. Foundation is first, from the feet, then the core, then the shoulders. Nice, from here, slow unwind, inhale, crescent, back to center. Exhale, spin back heel down, warrior two, just for that exhale. Inhale, reverse your triangle, meaning straighten that front leg out, reach the right arm up with the ear, give that right hip some space with the breath. Good, exhale, arms out to a T. Pivot your right toes in. Toes are in, heels are slightly out here. As you exhale, interlace fingers behind low back or bring hands to hips, your choice. If you can't interlace, you can even grab for wrist or forearms back there. But if they are interlaced, big inhales, try to lengthen your arms out and bring the heels of the palms together as you send your chest high, gaze high. Nice, with this grip or whatever grip you have, exhale, bend your knees with a long spine. Hinge forward, forward fold. Try to lengthen the heart, the sternum towards the mat, then relax the back of the neck so the top of the head hangs towards the mat. If your hands are still interlaced, reach your knuckles up towards the ceiling with that inhale. Play around, maybe roll the weight more towards the balls of the feet, tilting the tailbone up higher towards the ceiling. Knees can be bent. Wherever you're feeling it, send the breath. Longer in the spine, more into those hamstrings or more across the chest. Good. Next, exhale, relax your palms down towards the mat in front of face. Inhale, lengthen the spine, a half lift. So reach the head out of the shoulders here. Then walk your hands back towards top of the mat. I have a little challenge for you here. Left hand's gonna ground down. We're in this low runner's lunge that we've been pretty familiar with today. We're gonna spin both 5 toes on both feet towards the right edge of the mat. So you're gonna be on the outer edge of both of your feet. Either just open the chest to the right and press the ground away, keeping those hips lifted, or one big confident step with that right foot to stack on top of the left side plank from here. Whichever you choose, really commit. Nice and confident. It's okay if you fall out. Just trying something new. Wherever you're at, big inhale, reach to that top hand. As you exhale, step it back or circle it down, high plank. Inhale here. Exhale, chaturanga of your choice. Inhale to cobra or up dog. Exhale, find the knees, child's pose, or 3 deep breaths in a down dog. Your choice, your body, do what you need, knowing what's coming up on that other side. Good job with the flow so far. Movement with breath, learning from the body, noticing the mind. That's the practice. Has nothing to do with how we look, right? All right, next inhale. Meet yourself tabletop, curl those toes. Exhale to down dog. Next inhale, lift left leg. Point or flex the foot, I don't care, but keep that foot active. Reach out of the shoulders. Exhale, squeeze knee in towards the nose. Round that upper spine, bring it forward. Then bring left knee to left elbow. Bring it across, left knee, right elbow. Back to the left. Kick it up and back. Reach, stretch through the toes, through the fingertips. Exhale, squeeze it in, step once again. Land soft or take a few steps to the top. Finding that runner's lunge here. Nice, left arm back, right arm back. Firm foundation when you're there, belly's lifted. Inhale, crescent lunge, nice and confident here. Then exhale, low flying crescent, arms go back. Forward. Inhale up, crescent, shoulders over the hips. And then two more maybe. Hinge forward, inhale it up. Let's do one more, good measure. Exhale it back. Good, stay here. Left arm stays reaching back, right arm swings across your midline. Hook, right elbow outside of the knee. Option to lower that back knee if you need. Left hand to press on top of the right. Once you do that, you move your hands, not just hanging out in this armpit, but closer towards your midline, towards your heart. Belly in. If that back leg's lifted, it's strong. Gaze goes up for that challenge. Nice. Foundation first, then the core, but keep the breath. Next inhale, slow, controlled, back through crescent. Spin back, heel down, warrior 2. Arms open out, sit low. Palm, straighten front leg, reverse triangle. So lift from your kneecaps, engage those quads. Reach out of the waist. Good, arms out to a T. Bring your left toes in. Stretch long, stretch wide, keep your arms lifted here, big inhale. Exhale, hinge forward with a long spine. Bend your knees as much as you need and bring your hands down towards the mat in front of the face. And then from here, you can either grab for the outer edges of your ankles or your feet, or even grab for the big toes. Sorry, my booty's facing you. Grabbing for the big toes with your peace sign fingers and thumb. So whichever way you can, whatever grip you have on the body to the body,
Then use that as leverage to roll towards balls of feet, tilt the tailbone further up, relax through the top of the head. Imagine each and every vertebrae along the spine decompressing as you breathe. Nice. Everyone's gonna feel and look different in this one. Just work with where you're at. Be present in the body. Use that breath to your advantage. 1 or 2 more breaths here. Make them count. Good, walk the hands back under the face. Lengthen the spine out. Half lift, inhale. Then walk your hands back towards the top of the mat. Low lunge. Lower into that left knee. Back leg stays strong. Plant into the right foot. Here's that challenge. 5 toes of both feet twist to the left edge of the mat. That brings you onto the outer edge of both feet. It opens up that left hip. It opens up left shoulders, stack on top of right. You can stay here lifting those hips and pushing out of the bottom hand and shoulder, opening. Or take a big confident step, maybe a couple stutter steps to stack left foot on top of the right. Good, legs are strong, hips are lifting. Reach out of the shoulder, maybe gaze high. Wherever you're at, commit to it, whole body strong. Big inhale. If that foot's there, step it back to high plank or circle down high plank on your exhale. Big inhale here. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog or cobra. All right, here we go. Lower to the knees. Exhale to child's pose or in that down dog if you're really feeling strong. I haven't gotten you a little worn out at all. But wherever you're at, wherever you choose to be, commit to that breath. Really notice it in the body. And again, make it work for you. Do what you need to do with it. Little longer exhales. We will begin to cool it down. So really commit to those exhales from this point on. Next inhale. Coming up through tabletop. You can go into right side sleeping pigeon, however you'd like. We'll choose from down dog today, just because we've been there a lot. Inhale, right leg up. And bend the right knee and bring it forward behind your right wrist. Okay, that right heel can be up towards the top left corner of your mat if your hip allows, or closer in towards your groin. Lower to the back knee. Use the back toes to pull that left knee further back behind you. Lengthening this left leg straight out of your waist, not out to the side. So that left hip is more down the toes. And you can hang out right here or lower to the elbows. Okay, or even reach your arms out in front of you and rest forehead towards the mat. If there's any sharp sensations in the knee, in the lower back or the hips, go into the variation, the alternative, which is that seated figure 4, just ankle on top of thigh, or even laying in this position on your back. But here we begin to really thank our hips, thanks our legs for keeping us sturdy and strong throughout the class by just sending those long breaths down into the belly, down into the lower back. And notice where you're holding kind of residual tension in the jaw or in the shoulders, or even in the face or the mind. No rush to 2 more breaths here. Again, make them count. And then on your next inhale, start to walk your hands back. Curl your back toes under. You're gonna walk that knee in a little closer if you moved it back, and then squeeze that knee in towards the nose from here. Belly in, push the mat away. Counter stretch, kick right leg up and back, then bend this knee, open hip. Nice, only if that feels good. You can even just shake that top leg out. Lower right leg down. Left leg lifts. Exhale, bring it in behind the left wrist, shifting weight forward, slow, lower down. No need to kind of force yourself or go into your fullest expression right away. Use a couple of breaths to get there. So curl back toes under, really lengthen that right leg out. Make sure that right leg's not splaying out to the side behind you. Both hips in one line, level to the mat. You can even plug a block in under left hip or in front of that right hip. And then lower down at your pace. One leg, one hip might feel and look different than the other side. Arms can stretch out in front of you. And just breathe. Again, notice where that breath goes. Notice where the mind goes, especially if you find this pose challenging. In my yin yoga training, we had to hold this pose for 10 minutes. So a lot of emotions might come up, and that's okay. That's what we're working with. Notice we hold in the body. Our breath is our guide inward. Good. One more long breath with no rush to it. Enjoy it. Start to walk those hands back. Curl the back toes, lift the back knee, and then squeeze that knee up and in towards the chest. And then press yourself back. Three-legged down dog, shake that leg out, do what feels necessary. You can bend the knee and open the hip even. Nice, lower the left foot, lower the knees. Lower all the way down to the belly. Relax, left ear to the mat, arms down by your sides. Let the heels fall out wherever they naturally go. Just releasing tension around your sacrum and lower back. Now really feel the breath into the belly and expand that breath across the back here. Gonna bring the chin to center. Fingertips underneath the shoulders, 3 sets of cobra or spine strengthening. First one's just gonna be that cobra, but lifting the fingers up. So point through the toes, firm through your thighs. As you inhale, peel the heart, then the ribs, then the belly button up. Maybe lift those palms up, elbows in nice and tight. And then exhale, right ear to the mat, arms down by your side, release. Going from the engagement to relaxation, kind of training our body there, accompanied with the breath. And then chin to center. Same thing, option or flip your palms down, arms down by your sides. Legs are firm. Take your exhale, then inhale, fly everything up off the mat. So plug those shoulders down, reach through the fingertips. Legs are strong and engaged, use those glutes. Lift the belly button, lift the heart, lift through the top of the head. One more inhale, reach through those toes. Then exhale, completely relax. Feel what that feels like. Left ear to the mat, shoulders relax down. Soften any engagement, especially in the lower back, especially in the upper back as well. Good. Chin to center, palms under the shoulders, or arms fly back. We'll do one more. Option to even interlace your fingers behind lower back for this last set. Whichever you choose, take your exhale. Then inhale, lift everything up off the mat. If you're just in cobra, you can keep your feet down. Or engage, lift everything up. Or even interlace fingers, reach hands back towards your heels, broaden across the chest. Use that breath in the front of the body. Inhale. Nice. Nice, Lucas, to see you up. Exhale, relax. Last time, right ear to the mat, completely soften. Awesome. Then on your own time, chin to center, palms under shoulders. For a moment, just press your hips back towards the heels, even if they don't go all the way back, just a little bit more length between the lumbar spine vertebra. Then come back to center. And swing your legs around out in front of you. Second time here. Feet to the mat. Nice. Good timing. Grab her behind the thighs. Hold the belly in and start to round down one vertebrae at a time. Use your core. Go with control. Maybe get a few cracks out of the spine. Big inhale. Stretch the legs long. Stretch the arms over the head. Cross the thumbs. Reach through those fingertips. Full body inhale. And as you exhale, relax your arms down by your sides. Let the shoulders relax to the mat, palms facing up. Let the toes fall out wherever, again, they naturally fall. Releasing any last bit of tension in the hips, in the jaw, or even really subtle tension in the face. Enjoying a bit of stillness just to balance out our practice and go back to the rest of our day with coming back to midline first, baseline. You can stay here as long as you need. If this is exactly what your body is kind of melting into, enjoy it. Or wiggle fingers and toes, rock head back and forth. Just to go with time here. On your next inhale, roll onto one side. Support the head with that bottom arm. And then make your way back up to center for a seated pose. To end the practice here. If you're in Shavasana, take your time. Just want to say thank you, bringing the hands to the heart center, little bow of gratitude, namaste, lots of appreciation for Moxie, this platform, but you guys popping in as well. So